Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Wendy here from Toonpish Crafts and I hope you're doing okay. Now you may have noticed that I've reached 30,000 subscribers. I cannot believe that I've got there. 30,000, that's a lot of people. That is a real lot of people. And I thank you all so much for subscribing, for watching, for commenting and for sharing and for putting that thumbs up or down. Is all interaction. I really cannot thank you enough. Now, I recorded this video before I hit 30,000, so it will be a normal video for me. But during the video, I haven't done a talk over yet, so I'm going to do the talk over now. And during the video, I will tell you how to enter this 30,000 giveaway. What I'm giving away is some sets. Now, I know I have been quite lavish with my giveaways in the past. And last time I think I gave away 20 items and only 10 or 11 came forward. So this time I'm going smaller, but hopefully you'll like what I'm giving away. This is for crafters, remember. So what I'm giving away is some sets that I have up on the website, integrated into this video, which I recorded previously. And I have a set, and I haven't got my glasses on, so you have to forgive me. This one is Bones. It's a new set that I've brought out. It's got lots of skulls, pirates, bones, coffins, all sorts in there. And I really love that set, really do. So that's a new one. That's one I will be giving away. This one is Dragons 2. Now you may remember Dragons. Dragons was very popular thanks to Claire at Claire's Crafty Corner. We put the word out there and lots of people came forward to get their dragons. And this one is Dragons 2. So we've got different dragons. I hope you can see these. I will put B-roll up with pictures in case my camera is not picking them up very well. I don't know about reflections or whatever. So this one's Dragons 2. Again, it's on the website and it is a prize for someone in this 30k this 30k giveaway. Now then, these three sets are not available on my website. They are sets that I've put together and intend to release them at some point in the near future, but at the moment they are not out. So these three prizes will be for people, 3 different people, and I have here, again, I will put up pictures in case the camera isn't picking them up. Now this set is an underwater set. I haven't even named these sets yet. We've got some little tiny, can you even see that? We've got some little tiny seahorses. We've got a fish, we've got octopus and sea urchin and a boat, obviously. And this is all a marine set. Okay, so that's one. This set is aimed at people that like butterflies. Now, when I was searching for butterflies, I came across so many butterflies that I had to be really particular about which ones I chose. And I'm still selling quite a lot of other butterflies singly on the website already, but these ones are not out singly. And this is a whole set of butterflies. Now they are, again, absolutely stunning. If you like butterflies, there is a bee in there as well, and some very tiny little butterfly ones. But if you like butterflies, that might be a set for you. In the future, these are not for sale yet. And this one here is more of a otherworldly set. This is full of angels and demons and crosses and all sorts. Again, I hope you can see these, but if you can't, I will know because I'll be checking and I'll put up some pictures of this set instead. And there's a whole set there, again, not named, not for sale, and that's going to be my 5th prize. Now, I'm giving away 5 different sets for 5 different people as a thank you from my 30k subscribers. Check out the video. During the video, I will let you know how to enter this giveaway. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and don't be put off by scammers. I will never ask for any money from you unless you're actually buying something from my website, in which case it's all through Shopify and it's very simple. But yeah, don't go for scammers, or them either. I hope you enjoyed the video. Good luck with the giveaway, and I will be back next week to tell you who's won. Thanks very much. Again, I'm really humbled by it. I really am. I can't believe I got there. So these are the moulds that I'm using. I got them from Temu. I've used them before in a previous video and I like them so much I had to get another set. I've also bought a few extra sets and they are now on sale on my website for those of you that don't shop at Temu. I thought it would be good because I like them so much that I'd give you the option of being able to get a hold of them. I will put the Temu link in the description box below, as well as a direct link for my website for these moulds. I've poured in a base coat of Istoyo resin. I've also heated it with a heat gun so that it spreads out nicely. So moving on to the inlays. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, there are quite a few new sets already available on Toonpish.com. These are one of them. It is the second set of dragon inlays. You've got the bones, which I also showed at the beginning and is part of the giveaway. And there's some lovely pieces in there. There's Safari, that is available on Toonpish.com. It's full of different safari animals and I just thought it was a nice collection to put together. And there's also the Halloween 2 set, which is a different selection of Halloween inlays. And I'm using 2 of those in the project today. This is one of the sets that is coming in the future, and it's the Celestial set, although I'm not sure what I'm calling it at the moment. And this is the butterfly set. That's an obvious name. However, there is a bee in there as well, so I might have to call it the winged set or something. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it, but again, I'm using 2 of those pieces in the project today. And this is the marine set with a boat and seahorses, and those little seahorses again are in the project today. Now, I don't have one of the bones pieces out, so I decided to open one of my packs and use a few of these in the project today as well. I'm going to have to remove some of the others that I've already decided to use and replace them with these, but I'm happy to do that. This set of moulds has 16 pieces in it, so I wanted a variety to put inside them. I am in love with that coffin, by the way. Now it was just figuring out which ones to take out and which ones to add in. And as these small moulds are size sensitive, I've got to choose the inlays that will fit the moulds because I don't want them hanging over on this occasion. I want them in the centre of these pieces. You can have the inlays hanging over the edge and it works perfectly well, but on this occasion I wanted them centred. So I now have all my inlays ready to be used. So I wanted to colour these inlays, and now I have coloured them before and I love the effects that that gives. It is a little time consuming. You don't have to colour the inlays, it's just I like to do it. And I'm going to use a variety of, you guessed it, the Tiny Turner's pigments. You know I love these pigments. I absolutely adore them. They are so vibrant. Anyway, this is Ether and it's a really deep emerald green, absolutely gorgeous green. Now I don't like green, you know I don't like green, but on occasions it's worth using. I know there are a lot of people out there that love green and it's their favourite colour. So I have to add it into these videos, don't I? I can't just be completely green phobic. And it is a gorgeous green. to be fair. There is another one that Emma does that is nature, and I'm not keen on that one so much. But this one is really nice. And yes, that did come out of my mouth. I did say that I liked this green. Go figure. Honestly, it's a emerald, and emeralds you can't not like, can you? Inferno. Inferno is one of Claire's favourites, as you know. It is a stunning coppery colour. Absolutely beautiful copper colour. Really dark, really vibrant. And I'm just doing 2 colours on this butterfly piece. Once you've taken off the colour on one part, it leaves the silicone able to take a different colour. And when you blow all the excess off, you're left with a dual colour inlay. Absolutely beautiful colours. And green definitely goes with copper. It's a combination that works really, really well. I just want to say a quick hello and welcome to all my new subscribers, and I really hope you enjoy my content. I try really hard to make it as entertaining as possible with graphics and all sorts. And if you haven't subscribed already, maybe you would consider doing so. It doesn't cost anything and it does help my channel out immensely. And I'm using Supernova for this one. You can't really see ethereal pigments when they're on a white background. Everything looks blue. Take it from me, it's not blue. When you've got a black behind it, it will give a vibrant colour. And the transformation before your eyes is incredible. Again, with the tape to get rid of all the top colour and just leave the colour in the little indentations of the mould, you can add another colour on top and get a dual colour effect. And a really nice imprint on the tape as well. You can't really see this one, but some of them have been stunning, and I need to make use of those. So now I'm going to use silver on this piece. Now this is Emma's silver flake, and it's not like other flake that you can get. It's very thin and extremely powdery. It's hard to describe, but it is absolutely beautiful. And with the black behind it, you still get silver, which a lot of flakes don't. I've often been disappointed when I've coloured something silver to give it a really bright effect. And when I put black behind it, I've ended up with grey, but not with this. Moving on to the little pirate piece. Again, this is in bones, and I'm going to colour it in silver first. It's best to burnish in the colour into the mould to get a really flat surface. And you can always use the excess flakes and put them back into the pot. And now I'm going to use Manticore. This is a beautiful purple. It's only going to be for the highlighted place, the high parts of this little inlay. Silver is already in the base. And I'm going to burnish it in with a really soft paintbrush. Now I know a lot of my subscribers would have seen me do this 1,000 times, but you know, it's so amazing, this effect. I absolutely have to do it from time to time. And hopefully you can see that. It's a little out of focus, but hopefully you can see that. Moving on to the butterfly, and I'm using Dragon. Dragon has got so many different colours in it, it's unreal. Again, I'm burnishing it into the silicone inlay, and I've got it on a tile, by the way, in case you was wondering. The tile has a really shiny surface and the silicone sticks to the tile, so no matter what you do to it, it won't fly around. The silicone inlay will stay on a shiny tile. Once I've taken off all the excess, I'm using Dark Matter. Dark Matter is a gorgeous blue purple, absolutely deep and lovely colour. With the little seahorses, I used Galaxy, Basilisk and Ether. And with the coffin, I used Gin and Silver, and that is a gorgeous combination. I do love this little coffin. The little hanging bat from the Halloween set 2, I used Inferno, Starlight and Ether. And the pirate from the Bones set is Inferno, Starlight, Basilisk, Silver and Nether. A lot of colours in that one, but I wanted to highlight some areas. With the cats, I used Inferno and Pixie. A little word of warning with that cat, his tail is quite fragile. And the little cat with the butterfly with the same colours. For the bears, I use Chimera, Poison, Ether and Eclipse. 4 colours. I don't recommend using 4 colours when you're painting, 3 max really. With these two, the butterfly and the news owl, I used Imp and Spectre. And that's it, they are all coloured. And I'm happy with the way it's going so far. So now I need to make up some more resin. I'm using the Estoyo mixer and the Estoyo resin. It is quite a thick resin, so I do heat it up to make sure it spreads out nicely. And I'm just pouring in another touch of resin in each of these moulds. I do not want it up to the top because there's got to be another colour go on the outside, the back. So it's just clear resin up to about 3/4 in the mould. I do have a rather nice 15% off discount code for Estoyo, and that will be in the description box below together with an affiliate link. And now I can put my little coloured inlays face down into the resin. Now it is best when you're using tiny inlays or any inlays that are likely to trap bubbles to coat them with resin before you put them into wet resin. If they're coated with resin already, the bubbles are not going to be there. They're not going to have a chance to accumulate. And I do tend to do that all the time with little inlay pieces that I put in. And I do it with big ones too. So I put each of the inlays into their little moulds. And the butterfly, I didn't want to get upside down. So I made sure I turned the mould to get that right. So this was about 4 hours later. The resin isn't cured, but it is sticky and it's firm enough for me to paint over the colour on the back and not worry about it bending out of shape with a paintbrush. So before taking the inlays out, I'm going to colour the back. The sticky resin will pick up the colour, and because the inlay is still in, you're not going to disrupt the colour of your inlay area. So my advice is to leave the inlays in until you've coloured the outside edge. I'm not going to show you all the backing colours. I did use several a few times. I used silver about 4 or 5 times. I used Inferno a couple of times. There was one that was different. Because I like using Emma's flakes so much, I find it difficult now to go back to the flakes I used to use because they're not so easy to use. So I thought I would do one in this video and show you what I mean. This is Autumn Leaves Gilding Flakes by Cosmic Shimmer. Absolutely gorgeous colour, brilliant for putting in large pieces and spreading the colour throughout like you would with gilding flakes. But trying to use it in this manner isn't so easy. Now this resin is sticky, so these flakes should stick to the resin without any problem, but they don't very well. Now maybe I'd just gone past the sticky phase, so I decided to squirt them with isopropyl alcohol to give them something to stick to make them wet and more pliable. The colours of these are beautiful, absolutely stunning. They don't cover the same as Emma's flakes or powdery flakes. They're a different thickness, they're quite sturdy, and they didn't cover as well as I wanted them to, so I used some Starlight over the top of them to fill in any gaps that there would be. And I used Starlight on several of the other pieces as well. Starlight is a gold. So as I said at the beginning, I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting my channel. 30,000 subscribers is something I could have only dreamed of a few years ago. And it's a dream come true, and I can't thank you enough. So this giveaway, like I said, is going to be 5 different winners with 5 different sets. And I'll even throw in a pair, yes, a pair of keyrings that are made in this video. And you'll see why they're a pair towards the end. All you've got to do is to write in the comments pair, that's P-A-I-R. Next Sunday, that is 5 days from now, I will use a random comment picker and pick 5 winners and add it into next week's video. So good luck, and I really hope you enjoy this video and future videos. I have so many things coming up. I'm struggling to fit them all in, but I will get there. And yes, I'm using green again. Going back to the inlays, and the resin has cured up now, so I can take the inlays out. And I absolutely love the way this coffin has come out, hands down one of my favourites in this. I'm going to zip through quite quickly and take them out in front of your eyes, but I really do like the way they've come out. They're very easy to clean. You can use tape or isopropyl alcohol, and they can be used again and again. Now, I did break the cat's tail while I was cleaning it, so be careful if you have the cat to not clean it too vigorously and break off its tail. All my inlays are made from resin silicone, and it's really strong and durable. It's as clear as you can get from silicone, so you can put UV light through it and use it with UV resin too. All these designs are really, really stunning, and that triple pumpkin is one of my favourites as well. And Inferno is definitely a Halloween colour, don't you think? Now, the butterfly had holes in the actual design of the inlay, and I was a bit worried about that one, but it came out lovely. The inlays do float after all. Now, to save time on the back, I'm going to use some 40-minute cure polyurethane in black. I get this from MBF here in the UK, and I will put their link in the description box below. It cures so quickly, so I only make a tiny bit at a time and make sure the back is covered. I'm so sorry that my head is getting in the way of the shot, but I wanted to see what I was doing, and the camera is up really high at the moment. That's for another project I'm doing. Now, I'm putting a little tiny bit in the top ones. The bottom 4 are just keyrings. The top ones are having something extra. I'm trying the magnets again. I've tried them before. I've had difficulty with them, and I thought these would probably work. These are magnets and a metal plate. So you have a metal plate in one and a magnet in the other, and they become a pair. But only one of them is magnetic. Once I have the pieces in, then I can fill up to the top of the mould with the black. But I needed to have that little bit of black in first so that you can't see the magnet through the front. Now, this did cause a little bit of a problem with thickness, and I'll show you that a bit later on. But I'm still attempting to get this right. Now, you can see that that one is really thick, so I tried to thin it out a little bit with a stick. The rest I thought were okay actually, but we'll see at the end whether they work or not. You might remember the chest set that I tried, and I'll link that in the top right hand corner. Some of the pieces were really good. Finally, we're at demold stage, and the 4 at the bottom don't have any kind of magnet or plate in them. They are just keyrings, because I only had 6 pairs of magnets and plates, and I am absolutely in love with the results of these. They are beautiful. That silver behind the piece is gorgeous, and these moulds are lovely. They are so tactile. You can't see that on here. They have a rounded edge that goes over to the back, so you have a clear piece around your design. And I really love that about these moulds. That is my favourite bit of these moulds. Now, moving on to the magnets, and you can see these ones have the bit that has gone over the edge where I tried to thin it out. That's okay, I can just snip those off and they will be absolutely fine. But oh, look at that colour. I love that colour. So once I've snipped off the edges, They are absolutely fine and there's no detrimental effect there at all. Now I wanted to show you the butterfly because that's where I used the gilding flakes. And though it came out beautifully, the colour is beautiful, it took a little bit more of an effort to make. Rather than dusting with the silver flakes or chameleon flakes or anything, it did take a little bit more work. But that's fine. If you have the time and that's what you want to do, then it will work. But I'm absolutely in love with these pieces. They are so sweet. Now I just need to find a mould that is bigger with that kind of rounded edge. I think companies need to listen here. Listen to me. Try to find moulds that have that rounded edge that goes out round the back of a piece. I mean, lids on pots, they do it. Wouldn't it be nice to have a coaster mould that did that? Absolutely gorgeous. Now I have had a bowl mould with a similar sort of rounded edge with all pans on it, and I'll link that in the top right hand corner. But I've not come across anything flat like a plate mould or a coaster mould or a tray mould with that kind of edge. Oh, I'd love that, wouldn't you? So this is where I'm trying out my magnets. Now to start with, I'm thinking, oh, this is a foul, they're not working at all. But I figured that they just needed a bit of a sand down anyway. And then I found one that did work. It absolutely did. And the next one did, although it was quite loose. So the ones that I overpoured and had to cut down were actually thinner and worked better. And the last one, not at all. So I did have to sand down quite a few of them to get a better connection. But they work absolutely beautiful, and I love the fact that you have pairs of keyrings that can go together on your keys, or you could have one part and your partner could have the other. I just think that is a really nice touch and quite simple too, really. You just gotta get the thickness right. So these are the pictures of the pieces that I made. I absolutely love them. Now heads up, and for those of you that are eagle-eyed, all of these pictures have not been manipulated, but the backgrounds have been cut out and have been put on another black background, just so that they look neater and you can see them. I thought I'd better tell you and have absolute honesty with that. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you've got something out of it, and good luck with the giveaway. I will be announcing the winners next Tuesday within the video that I'm bringing out on that day. Don't get scammed. I will not ask for any money for these giveaway pieces. I will only announce the winners next Tuesday. So come back and see me next week. You never know what I'm going to be up to. Have a great week. Happy crafting, and bye for now.